how y'all doing? I am the Oracle Nurse. If you're new here, welcome. I am the only Oracle Nurse that there is unless someone chooses to study underneath me. And I can be reached at motherturquoise@gmail.com for personal readings. If you would like to donate to the channel, email me and I will send you my personal donation link, okay, to be able to donate. I am grateful for all the blessings that are being given to me and through this channel. Um, and I am grateful for you all for being here and being positive. Keep y'all subscribing, keep liking, okay? Keep sending that positive energy over here. It is needed, okay? And it is greatly appreciated. I thank my ancestors, my spirit guides, the Holy Spirit, okay? And the big God up top, all right? Um, this is going to be a collective message for the collective. I've already wrote a little bit of things down to start it off because I had a dream last night, and in my dream I dreamt that we're gonna jump right into it, y'all. I ain't even wasting no time because it's as soon as it come it will go. Let me see where did I write it down? I wrote it on here. I didn't write it on this one. Oh, it's on this page behind me. So in this dream that I had, I was basically feeling like I got set up, right? Because it was like a group of individuals. It was women, feminine energy, that basically tried to set me up or tried to set, because I feel like I was actually not in my body, but I was. It was weird because it felt like I was a child almost, but not really. Um, anyways, these group of women left these stacks of paper, like little square cards in the bathroom on the floor, which I was like very random, right? Um, like colorful sheets of little paper. But it was like whatever these papers was, and there was another document as well that was left in there on the floor. It was just left there on the floor in the bathroom. Okay? It was something that was needed. Whatever this was, it was something that I needed or a lot of people around me needed in order to level up, okay, or move up in some type of way, right? In life, right? Because it was like if you collect it made me feel like if you collected these things, you would get more points or you would get more um like you would be glorified more. You would be looked at as the one that has it all. Not like not on a bigger scale, but like on a smaller scale. Like, oh, if you obtain this certificate, then if you reach this level, then you can then move up. But anyways, they left it like right in the middle of the floor. And of course, me, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick them up and I could redeem them because it almost made me feel like they were redeemable, right? I could pick them up and I can redeem them and I can get what I need, okay? And then I can level up. Somebody just left them here. But no, 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 no. Y'all, they was left there on purpose. It was intentional. They wanted someone to pick them up for them to get in trouble. So there's there's like some sort of energy around some of you that is warning you to um it's like all that glitters isn't gold. So be mindful of what you are what do you feel like you're tempted to take, okay, or do, and it's not good for you. And this could be for anything, right? Because it could be purposely put there for you to take it, right? um because what ended up happening was I got pulled at it's I felt like a kid because it's like once I picked it up, I went home with it and I was happy that I had it. But then the next day I got to school or wherever I was with these group of women, because it makes me feel like they were kind of a coven, right? But it was like I got around them and they were like, why did you take that? And I'm like, well, they were left on the floor and I thought I could take them. And they were like, no. Oh, you're new, you must be new here. So this makes me feel like, again, they were intentionally put there for me to take them. And it was a test to see if I would take it or not. Right? That was what I really felt from there. Hey, who's that? Nico. Hi, how are you? I hope I said that right. And then was it Clues? Hey, how are you? Rover. Hey, how are you? Yeah. So that's what it made me feel like. Like I shouldn't have, like they were telling me, oh, you shouldn't have touched it, but you left it there. And then on top of that, y'all, the way they was stacked up, the papers, they were stacked up so neatly, like the little square. It was like little small squares, like like construction paper, like cut out in squares, like different colors, and it was stacked up neatly, like little small squares, like about that big, stacked up neatly or whatever, right? But yeah, I picked them up or whatever, and then I saw the big certificate there or whatever it was, and I picked it. I took that too, and somebody was like, "No, what are you doing? You must be new here." Because you ain't supposed to be touching it. But I'm like, you left it right here on the floor for somebody to take it. Like, that's what I don't understand. So it was a setup to get me in a spot where I was looked at in a bad light, right? And then by them saying, oh, you must be new here, tells me everything. Because if I'm new here, why wouldn't you tell me the rules before I even, you know what I'm saying, if you accepted me? So this is like giving me an energy of someone thinking that they are accepted, okay, into a society, only to find out or be accepted into a group or around people. You could be feeling like you might be accepted, only to find out you're really not, and that people are just playing games with you this whole time, right? To get you to fall into different traps that has been laid out for you. Not to make y'all paranoid or anything, but this is just for someone. This could be mindful. Like if you're in a group, you could be being played with and not even know it. I feel like we're about to go into this type of time, so I'm getting a starlight frequency oracle. Okay, especially because this was happening to me in a dream state. So we're gonna start out with these right here. Shout out to the creator of these cards, Leah Showman. Shout out to you. All right. The Starlight Frequencies Oracle by Leah Showman. Shout out to you for this. All right. All right. Spirit, I thank you. I appreciate you. What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? Please help decipher this dream state that I had and help me be able to decode it and explain it more clearly to the collective through these cards. Please, Spirit. Please, thank you. There we go. It's a great, okay. Y'all, this makes so much sense. Okay, it says great awakening. It's time to cut through the veil. Speak your truth to the collective and you shall be seen. And I'm talking to the collective right now. This is crazy. Okay, and then I got crossroads. Despite your doubt, your path is clear. This came out again. This was the other day. Universal oneness. All right. So a lot of you are going, I have 11 and then I have 33. So that's synchronicity. 11, 11, 33 could be significant, or 11, 11, or 333. Okay, threes and ones could be very significant for a lot of you. You could be seeing 111, 11, 11, 333, 33. You could be seeing it in all different types of ways, right? All right, so you got the Great Awakening. It's time to cut through the veil. Speak your truth to the collective and you shall be seen. I heard, touch not my anointed. And then I'm just hearing that song by Loon, what, bubble bath in a champagne glass. Da, da, da. I don't even know, like, because it's giving me an energy of someone like not feeling social. Okay, based off the dream, you're not feeling socially accepted. You're not socially accepted by others because of how luxurious your life could be appearing to other people. So they could be putting traps in place in front of you or things in front of you to try to trick you or throw you off because you're elevating and you're climbing to the top too fast. So you have some sort of spiritual awakening. Yeah, some sort of alignment that is happening with these 3 stars here. Somebody's a star. Somebody's about to wake into a new life. Because I feel like the only reason why I was probably even having that dream is because I've tapped into something else spiritually. Because it almost makes me feel like I can, what do you call it? Oh gosh, like a remote view. Like I have remote viewing or something. Because this doesn't feel like again, it didn't feel like it was for me. It felt like it was for somebody else. So some of y'all kids could be getting pulled into the office or for something that they didn't do, right? And I had that happen to me. So I'm like, well, why would I have that dream? It could have been a spinoff from what happened with something what I had going on. But then there's something else that could be happening. Like, crossroads. So spirit is saying, this awakening that you're having, it might seem, you might feel unsure. And I'm trying to connect it to this dream for some reason. And the only thing I keep feeling is the reason why you're being tested is because you are awakening. The reason why you're able to access and see like remote view, or some of you could be doing remote viewing in your dreams. Okay. But it's like the only reason why you have these gifts is because you are awakening now. So the situation, it seems like the situation that I was seeing or that I was put in was for me to actually understand that there is a new gift there, but there's also a great awakening that has taken place. It's like awakening at a deeper level. All right, and then I have the path. Despite your doubt, your path is clear. So you might your awakening might not seem so. It might seem very you might feel unsure of your awakening. Okay, you might feel like this awakening is very blurry. You might feel like it's confusing. You might not understand. You might not know how to navigate it. It almost makes me feel like you have no training wheels. Okay, but it's like despite you might be a little bit wobbly, your path is still clear. You're still on the right path. Like it's like you still are, no matter if it feels shaky, bumpy, you might feel like you don't know which way you're going. So this could be for some of you, this could be like you're starting something new, right? Or your life is changing. There's been a big reset on your life and you might be confused by this. Okay, it could be scary, but it's like you're still going on the right path regardless of where you think you should be, right? Or um what you feel like what things should be and what it shouldn't be. Shoot, you're on crossroads. Like it might seem confusing because you got 2 paths here on this card. With this card right here, there's 2 ways you can go, but it's like your path is clear. Give me something else to help clear up, make things, spirit, please help me to make things more clear. I heard it is clear. I'm clearly telling you that you are awakening. There is an awakening, a major awakening that is taking place. And a lot of you are going to find your way after this. Because I feel like there's some people who feel lost, right? Who may have felt like they were tricked by some people. Lords of the Records, 35. The archive of your soul information is open and ready for you to access. You can now align more deeply with your soul purpose. So this makes me feel like Akashic Records Here this come out again. The astral plane want to keep coming out. And then I already saw this, the light codes. So it's something about receiving messages and light codes from the divine, okay? To connect you to those who are around you, to connect you to people around the world. This is you tapping in and understanding that we are all connected, okay? Hold on. Okay. Y'all hold on now. I told y'all this is like a phone call. When I leave, y'all hold on. All right. Somebody said needed to hear this. Hello. I'm happy you needed to hear this. Okay, enlighten. So somebody's having some sort of enlightenment right now. But it's like, again, you're receiving a lot of information through your dream state, stuff that is showing you like, hey, everything that you're going through is not you're not doing, it's like you're not making mistakes, okay? You're not, it's not your fault. It's like they're throwing, you're being like little strategic traps are being placed for you, right? Okay, but the only reason it's like for some of you, I'm feeling like you're able to see because I heard back door. So there's something about you using your dream state as a back door to be able to see certain traps that are placed in front of you before they even happen or get an understanding of it. Someone is again definitely tapped in and enlightened with these records. So the archive of your soul information is open and ready for you to access. You can now align more deeply with your soul purpose. So you've went through this, you've had this awakening, right? You understand that you're on the right path. Now you have this abundance of information that's about to start flowing to you. Again, this is where I'm tapping in at with this. It's making me feel like you're just going to have the upper hand in a lot of situations. But then like I was saying, you're feeling like a lot of you are feeling tapped into a lot of energies around you. So it almost, okay, you are tapping into your gifts with your gifts in this remote viewing gift, or this, it also has an energy of you being able to feel the energy as well. So not only are you able to remote view, you are able to actually feel the energy that you're watching. Because if you think about it, I don't know if you all are familiar with remote viewing, but it's like you're asleep in your bed, you're watching a whole scenario play out like a movie, right? In your dreams, right? You're asleep though. You aren't going, your body, your vessel is in the bed, but your mind in your dream state, you are able to see a whole scenario play out in your dream. I mean, in your dream state. But you can feel it as well. Not only just see it, you can feel it. You can feel the emotions, but it's not you. You're just taking on the person. For some of you, you could be the inflictor of the issue, or you could be the afflicted, right? And in my case, I was the one that was being afflicted. Like I was the one that was being blamed. I was the one that felt like I was in trouble. But it was something for me to be able to take back into this present state once I awaken. Because I heard all roads lead back to home. So it's something that in your dream state, I feel like for some of you, you've cracked the code, especially with this light code here. You've cracked some sort of light code, which is why you're able to access your records. Okay? And in this astral plane, it makes me feel like you've been astral projecting. A lot of you have been doing some sort of astral projecting for real. It says you have the ability to experience and gather insight from the earth, cosmos, and beyond. So you're gathering, so in your dream, you're basically going around and you're gathering information. You're gathering emotions from people, situations from people, and you're using this, okay, as a way to like clean up some things from your record. I don't know how this, and how you're using this. It's almost like a scrubbing. Have you ever heard somebody like scrub a computer or scrub something, like clean it up? It's like you're using these different, when you go to astral project, this remote viewing, this feelings through all of this, what you're doing is you're using this energy to clean up your records, like things of the past that you could have done wrong. Okay. It makes me feel like you're going back, you're going to like different states of you it could also be you dreaming and being in moments where you have where you were once, like you're reincarnating, right? We reincarnate, so it's like you're going back to past lives. Okay. And you're seeing yourself in past lives where you could have been set up. For some of you, for me, I think that's really what that was. It was like, and it wasn't like a bad way. For some of you, it could have been like where you're having these dreams where you're going back to previous lives and you're remembering, like it's your records, your Akashic records. And then you got enlighten here. It says the knowledge you seek is seeking you. There are no distorted versions of reality. So it doesn't, so what it's saying is on a larger scale with the brain, right? With your thoughts, there's no mistake that you are feeling like in your dreams. You can see, feel, touch. There's no distortion there. It's like this reality is just, that reality in your dream state is just as clear as this one. There's no difference. There's no distorted versions of reality. When you daydream, when you go to sleep at night, and when you up in the middle of the day, there's no difference. It all aligns. It encompasses one thing, to create you as an individual, to help you navigate through life. I was reading something today. I saw, it was a quick little article that I skimmed through, and it was like with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Um, what was one word they could, what was the word, what could they use to describe how they became billionaires, or what's the best advice? And it was like focus. They both said focus, but in what way? I'm getting a tingle in the back of my brain. In what way? Are we focusing on the day-to-day in this realm when we wake up and we go out in this day? Is this the focus that we need to have? Yes. But you also need to be able to focus on your dream state and your day. You got to be able to encompass all of these. Why you think all of these like, this looks like a planet, but why do you think this head here has all of these different like things around it, right? Rings around it. Because it's more. And it so happens to be 3 rings: the mind, the body, and the spirit. And so I'm here to teach you the spiritual side of things. But your body got to be in order too. And you know what I'm saying? And your soul, mind, body. I feel like I heard mind, body, soul. Yeah. So your mind got to be in order. Your body got to be in order. And your soul got to be in order. All right. It's the focus. But it ain't the type of focus y'all think it is. A lot of y'all think the focus is making sure that y'all get up every day. And so yeah, some of y'all, for some people it do work to get up at 3 a.m. and start their day. For some people it takes that. But there's also people out here who's wealthy and rich and it don't take that. So everybody's path is not the same. You got to know what your path is. Okay? Let's get some cosmic insight, because I feel like we all the way up in space with it today, y'all. I'm all the way up in space with it today. The dream state want to follow me into today, so that's fine. I don't mind. All right. We got confidence. Inner space. Can you, inner space. MJ said inner space. That's what it feels like. Confidence. So in this great awakening that you're feeling, that you're having right now, that you've probably been in for a long time, I feel like we awaken multiple times, right? And it just gets, the veil just gets thinner and thinner and thinner. Okay. But anyways, we get exposed to so much till for some of you it could be creeping you out a little bit. But anyways, great awakening in the path, clarified with confidence. So there's some form of confidence that you need to have as you navigate going down this path that you should be certain of. Okay. There is no mistake. You're not doing anything. There's no mistakes with these multiple realities that you're feeling. You need to have confidence that what you feel is real. The path and Lord of the records, please. The path and Lord of the records. As we transition. Y'all, I can't make this up. Intuition. We tapped in right now. All the way. Listen to your intuition. It never lies. So it's something, again, this is something that you aren't going to be able to feel like in this reality, right? In this realm, when you wake up and open your eyes in the morning. This is not going to be something that you understand here. Okay? You're going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to use your intuition, harvest stuff from your dreams, and use your intuition in this reality in order to apply it to this life so you can become successful. So you can navigate the things that you need to navigate in this lifetime. Okay, I heard star seed. So a lot of you are star seeds, which is why I heard your planet. Okay, I feel like someone has their own planet. What? Somebody's creating their own planet. Somebody's creating, whoa, we're going out there. Somebody is in their dream is creating galaxies. If you understood how expansive, like your mind state could create certain realities in your dream state as well as here in the when you wake up, you're creating here. Somebody could have ties to Native American history, heritage. You could have like you could be have a Native American history, because I'm definitely seeing a chief and a wolf with smoke and feathers. And I heard, yeah, the path is. He's saying to me, the path is clear. The path is clear. I heard young wolf. The path is clear. So some of y'all could definitely have Native American background. Maybe I'm tapping into something like that. Because I know Native Americans are highly spiritual. Okay, I got creativity and growth. So if your creativity is growing right now. Some of you are I'm seeing someone who's an artist. I've been seeing this. Someone who's an artist, and they're painting. Their reason why their paintings are doing so well. Message. The reason why your paintings are doing so well, or somebody, if you start painting, your paintings will do so well, is because you're painting from your dream state. You're painting from your dream state. You're painting from a state that nobody understands, but somebody will understand it when they see it. All right. Somebody said I have Navajo ancestry. Um, so y'all can come back and watch this later. If I pause, it's because I have to go help my child. But so if y'all watching this in live, y'all can come back and watch it and fast forward through the quiet parts. But listen, somebody is an artist. You may not even know you're an artist. You may have not ever picked up a paintbrush or even attempted to try to draw or be an artist. Your ancestors are telling me that you are an artist in some form. There's some sort of creativity that you need to embody and embrace, okay? Because you're going to be able to paint the past in the correct way it needs to be painted. Y'all, I am getting chills. I am getting chills. Somebody's going to paint the past the way it needs to be painted. Somebody's going to be able to correctly interpret the dream state on paper, which is crazy to me. There's people that's already done that. There's somebody who's going to be able to paint some of the darker things that it's artists out here who are painting some of the darker parts of life. Okay, I heard painting people's secrets. Whoa. You're welcome. That's how we got these great artists these days. Like, that's how we were able to get these amazing artists that we had in the past. And why these artists become uber rich when they paintings just go skyrocket when they pass. Um, for some of you, I'm hearing who are artists and your artwork isn't actually being paid for the way you feel like it should be. It's about you. They know. When I say they, I mean the high people who are in the places to see certain things. It's almost like who are able to make certain moves for you. Yeah, of course, artwork is going to be worth more when you pass, because I feel like for some of you, a lot of your artwork could have been overlooked, or not even that. It was just you can't make it anymore. As long as you're alive to keep reproducing the artwork, it's not going to be as high as when you pass away. And so when you pass away, the artwork is going to skyrocket, because they're going to start to see that you're painting a story, okay? A timeline. Some of you are painting a timeline and you're sticking with it. But some of you are painting like y'all having visions, right? All right. Yeah, somebody could definitely be Native American. For sure. Have Native American heritage. Give me some more. I'm going to switch over to a different deck. Somebody said I have Navajo ancestry. Yep. Miracles. So expect miracles to happen. Something through somebody. I mean, somebody needs to pick up a look, y'all can give me in here painting. I'm gonna start painting too. Somebody need to pick up a paintbrush, okay, and some paint, and start painting whatever you feel, whatever you see. But anyways, there's something about your creativity bringing forth miracles in your life. You shocking yourself, you making yourself you're in disbelief with yourself at how spiritually tapped in you are, right? Because I feel like right now I'm kind of like, wow. All right. Yep, I want these right here. I'm using Queen of the Sun Oracle. I'm gonna hop into those. Let me put these up. This is like one of my most out there in the realms reading I have done in a while, but I'm being led to do so, so I'm going to do it no matter how it feels. It might feel it might be a little ahead of time for some people, but it is what it is. For some of y'all, I'm hearing like even Spirit is going to, when you start doing artwork for some of you, Spirit is going to tell you what colors to pick up, where to go next. It might even make sense to you. Somebody's like that. Somebody's tapped in like that. Okay, outside painting, drawing, creating some sort of sculpture work, glass work. You're doing something. But somebody's even like grounding after they're done or in between or while they're doing it for some people. Okay, you could be doing some type of artwork with water and glass. And I don't know, you could be making music. Somebody could be making some sort of music out of instruments that aren't really instruments. Because somebody's about to navigate some sort of space that a lot of people aren't really into. This is what I'm feeling like. Not in this day in society, right? Spirit, please help clarify and clear up some things. Life. Life. What else? I'm going to read these too. Beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. 14 and 29. One more. I'm going to read these. I'm going to read these out the book to try to get a clearer understanding of what is going on. Okay, you wanted to give me 2 now. 4 of them. Progression and weaving. And then I got mental health in the reverse though. So it's like some of you are feeling like your mental health isn't the best, or you could be feeling shattered or broken mentally, and this is because you're just not choosing to accept the fact that what life is really about. You're not choosing to progress into the light. You're fighting it. Somebody's fighting the urge to awaken. So it's battle. They're having some sort of battle with themselves. All right. To feel accepted. All right. 14. Soul Evictus. 14. Life. Memento mori. Remember, you will die one day. Stay focused on the miracle of life and do not waste time. We are free and unconquered in our minds. Take the high road. Watch your ethics. Do not allow the wishes of others to always take up your time. Do not be disrespected. Okay? I know that's right. And then the quote here is, I live each day with vitality and richness. Soli Victus was one of the earliest and most powerful deities of the Roman Empire. The Romans understood that Sol died on the 21st of December, the winter solstice. Before being reborn around the 25th of December, those magical 3 days are the darkest and shortest of the year in the northern hemisphere, and Soli Victus rebirth signals the return of irrepressible sunlight. He was beloved by emperors and the people alike, and was a patron of soldiers who worshipped him as a link to the ideas of victory, bravery, and never being conquered. If they died in battle, they would know that Soli Victus would allow them an afterlife. For powerful rulers like the emperors who arose after Caesar, linking oneself to a sun god seemed to be good branding. Let me read that again. For powerful rulers like the emperors who arose after Caesar, linking oneself to a sun god, seemed to be good branding. The Roman emperor, is that Aurelian? Aurelian? His genes aura came to mean light. The Roman emperor Aurelian, his genes aura came to mean light, made it an official cult alongside the traditional Roman cults, and linked himself with the deity in coinage and in his patrons of festivals. In 321 AD, Constantine decreed dies solis, day of the sun or Sunday, as the Roman day of rest and a day of worship for Sol Invictus. In 321 AD, Constantine decreed Die Solis Day. Oh, Die Solis Day, or of the sun, or Sunday. It's the Roman day of rest and a day of worship for Sol Invictus. Okay. While some scholars argue that December 25th, Christmas Day, was linked to the original Sol Invictus festival, Jesus was another figure of hope and light said to be born on this day, and that perhaps the Christmas wove the dates together. Some other scholars argue that celebrations of the birth of Christ on this date predate the Romans. Sol Invictus demonstrated to the people that even the dire circumstances, the light prevailed, and that hope was unconquerable. Hope was always important, as was loyalty, courage, and goodwill, giving and share, giving and sharing, even though the darkest of times was important for the community. So a bloodstone is also important for someone right now too. It says companion stone, bloodstone. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know anything about Sol Invictus. So this is about. Then they have the word life here. Hmm. Huh? Somebody said Navajo. Hey, how are you? So we could be talking about let's go to beauty. Let's see. 29. I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm just gonna kind of skim through. It says Balder. Oh, this is Sol Invictus here on this. Here, y'all. So again, it's giving me more like chief energy, big energy, especially somebody saying Navajo in their comments. But this person here was someone of a chief, right? This was someone who was looked at as very powerful. Okay. And this is about morals. Okay. Stay focused on the miracle of life and do not waste time. Take the high road. Watch your ethics. So I'm feeling like with that, it's saying like when I felt in my dream, like I could have been like, y'all set me up. Y'all made me pick this paper up, right? It was like, no. I definitely felt like I did take the high road. I did. I really did. And it said, but it says do not be disrespecting. So this is somebody, I mean, this is like standing on business, right? So they argue, is Sol Invictus, um, do we celebrate Christmas because of Jesus, or do we celebrate Christmas because of Sol Invictus? This is what this is saying. They're saying that they argue that that Jesus happened way before Sol Invictus became. Okay, I'm a believer of Jesus, so everybody is up to their own. Hold on. All right. So, okay. Beauty. Surround yourself with beauty. Seek beauty in small things. Choose kindness and gentleness. Exercise good etiquette wherever you can. So then this is what makes you beautiful, right? With this beauty. I seek those things that wash my spirit clean. So tourmaline could be significant. I'm not going to read all of this. They don't always win. It makes us feel the lessons tragedy. Austin though. I'm just going to kind of summarize it for you. Okay, it was told that Balder had a prophetic dream. This is Balder here. Okay. It was told that Balder had a prophetic dream that told of his death, and at the same time his mother had the same dream. He spoke of his mother's feeling worried, and she was frightened for him. She then went out into the worlds. The worlds. See, they said worlds with an S. The worlds. And asked that every single object and living thing vowed that they would not harm Balder, and did as Frigg asked. But somehow the plant mistletoe missed the vow. The god trickster Loki saw that this the god trickster Loki saw this and made a sharp spear of mistletoe. He then took it to where Balder was playing with his blind brother. The pair were playing a comical new game of throwing objects at Balder, which of course would bounce off of him due to the vow. I feel like I saw this somewhere in a book. Spear his brother sadly. His brother threw a mistletoe spear at his brother sadly, accidentally killing him. This act triggered many retributive deaths among the gods, including, okay, some other ones. Sometimes we all need lifting up. Sometimes we need more beauty and light in our lives when it all seems dark. Balder is a perfect god to assist you to lighten your load and to appreciate the beauty around you. So some of you could be feeling like there's a lot going on around you. Okay, you could be feeling like, because I'm hearing disorganization, so you could be feeling like disorganized, kind of like all over the place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Balder can be a good guide to assist you during this time, okay, to kind of align things. Okay, and then I got your year progression, 43. Your intentions for the year ahead release stagnancy. What do you want? There is a powerful force within me that attracts what I need. Okay. We live in a time where sleep disorders are rife, where people are connected to social media or electronics all the time, and there is a strange expectation that we should be available to others at all times. This is not how humans are designed. We are designed to be in sync with the flowful cycles of nature. Those cycles of the seasons, the sun, the moon, and the tides, rest in action. We are meant to progress, to grow and flow. And to do this, we need to be self-aware that we desire that what we desire, what we might need to leave behind, and even what we might need to sacrifice. We choose one thing over another. Once we understand our desires, we can be clear about our focus and begin to plan for our growth. Should you choose this card, it's time to get more serious about your focus and plan. It's time to get your intentions down and begin to power up the energies you need to receive and attract and go get what experiences are exciting or useful for you. And then we have weaving. It's time for you to get up and get going. Weaving. Everything is connected. Energy is never lost but transformed. Know when it is best to be alone or to form a community. Trust yourself to the process. Weave your skills together to form something unique and valuable. I am part of the interconnectedness of life. Here we go again with this interconnectedness of life and these like feeling like you are connected to everybody, right? Hold on, guys. Okay. So yeah. Um, this is the weaving card. So it almost makes me feel like that other card I pulled earlier, right? Where's that card at? Which is kind of like tying me back to like the dream state. This one, the astral plane. These two cards are similar. They're like the same. Can y'all see? I don't know what's better. That's clear. Can y'all see that? These are like the same. It says you have the ability to experience and gather insight from the earth, cosmos, and beyond. Some of you could be going to like weddings. Could be going to weddings, okay? And I see spring dresses. Mother's Day is coming up, okay? Let's go into, let me pull some tarot. Because I feel like this whole reading was just channel. It was not really a lot of solids. Or maybe I could pull from this deck. I don't feel like this reading is actually going to fit with tarot at all. Sometimes I have my like straightforward type of readings, and sometimes I have my readings where it's like, what in the world is going on here? What are we talking about? Let's pull some of these spell casting oracles. I think that's what I'm gonna end it on. And then I'm gonna come back later. This reading was very dreamy, very spiritual, very just out there. Hold on, y'all. I thank you for everyone who's came in and liked, okay? But this reading was very spiritual. And I can't even explain what I just channeled. I really can't. I wish I could. So go back and watch it. Maybe you'll pull some stuff out of it, some gems up out of it, okay? heard numbers and consistency, numbers and consistency. So a lot of you are working with numbers and consistency with numbers. Okay. That is how you will attract your millions. You will become a millionaire by numbers, with numbers and consistency. Again, focusing mind, body, soul, and aligning things, right? I'm also seeing that what is that? That man, it's like I don't even know what it is, y'all. I just see stuff. Um I'm also seeing like this. I don't know if this is a part of it's a man. Have y'all ever seen that symbol in the medical field or in front of a chiropractor's office or somewhere that's out? It's a man that's on the symbol. It's a symbol of a man. He has multiple arms, right? Y'all might know the name of it, right? Um, I want to say I don't know why I want to say Da Vinci. That might not even be what it's about. But it's a man. It's a paint, or it's a drawing, or it's something. Y'all might know what it is. It's a man. It's a picture of a man, and he has multiple arms and limbs. But he's on like medical buildings, and he might that might be significant for somebody. Okay. All right. I got well-being, strength. I'm ending this reading with these, y'all, so we can kind of, and I'm gonna come back later on for another reading. Transformation. Look, bottom of the deck. Psychic abilities. So Spirit is saying, make sure you take care of yourself, okay, during this time, because your psychic abilities are increasing. Hence why I feel like I am just pulling stuff out the air and I don't know where it's coming from. You get what I'm saying? So you all could be feeling that same way, like, what in the world is going on? You're going through some sort of major transformation. Again, you feel like you are on a bicycle with no training wheels. So you feel like you might tip over and get back up and tip back over, but it's like you're on the right path. This psychic thing. It takes a lot of conditioning, okay? A lot of practice, a whole lot of strength to go through this transformation. Look, I split the deck and I got clarity. So a lot of you are going to start to receive a lot of clarity. Hold on, y'all. Somebody said, oh, I know. But I didn't know the name either. Human anatomy or something. It's something about the human. Yeah, it is something that is with human anatomy. That would make sense because that's what a chiropractor would deal with, human anatomy. But there's something surrounding that. if you decode, it's something about being able to decode that, okay? If that's what you want to go into human anatomy. I feel like for some of you. Because I saw that. I saw that in my mind's eye. But know that magic is at play. When you see that symbol, that is magic, okay? That is straight up magic. That's all. That's the only way I can like kind of explain it to you. All right. So yeah, you're going to start to have some sort of clarity about things. You're going to start to pick up and see certain things for what it's worth, especially when it comes to the spiritual, when it comes to seeing signs, like like when I was talking about the sign of the man with the multiple arms and legs. You're going to start to see how magic is at play every day in life when you go to different places. Again, going to see a doctor where you know they have like the medical symbol with the snake and the staff, right? I don't know that name for that either, but that's magic. Okay? Anything that has anything to do with Latin is magic. Okay? Period. All right. Yeah, so well-being, so making sure you take care of yourself and your well-being during this time, and make sure you keep your strength up, because a lot of things are about to happen. You're about to have a lot of clarity and a lot of transformation. Okay, your psychic abilities are growing, and as they grow, you got to stay grounded. You got to take care of yourself, because you're going to be sensitive to different foods, okay, certain smells, and definitely, you know, certain energies that you come in contact with. But you got to hold yourself. You got to hold yourself down. Okay. All right. That's the spiritual reading, okay? I'm gonna label this reading for psychics only, because if you're not a psychic, it's no reason for you to even be here. If you're not tapped in spiritually, okay? I feel like I'm doing a personal one-on-one talk with a psychic only that will really understand this and be able to understand what I'm talking about. Because I'm gonna label this for psychics only. Yeah. All right. Peace out, y'all.